The audience for today's hearing on private insurance is different than last week's hearing on the President's 2024 budget. As such, I would like to recap what we heard last week at our first and presumably only budget-centric hearing this Congress. What we received from President Biden was a budget that continues this country on a destructive path of deficits and debt. The budget doubles down on the reckless tax and spending binge of the administration's first 2 years. It calls for nearly $5 trillion in new taxes that will kill jobs and punish hardworking Americans. And despite all the lip service, it does not extend the tax relief provided to Americans making under $400,000 under the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, so it increases taxes on just about everybody. This is a breach of the president's pledge not to raise taxes on the middle class. Not surprising for an administration that routinely breaks its promises as well as the law. We saw Democrats try to justify tax increases by pointing out that the last time we had a budget surplus, revenues were 19% of gross domestic product. Well, that means outlays were less at about 18%. Does the Democrat majority want that outcome? The administration surely doesn't, as spending in their budget will surpass 25% of the economy in the 10-year outlook. Outside of World War II and the pandemic, that would be the highest spending level on record. Last week, before this committee, the OMB director repeated the fallacy that the president's policies have led to deficit reduction. Now, only in Washington could you claim savings from not continuing temporary emergency COVID spending, and it would be laughable if it wasn't so disingenuous. We saw continued demagoguery from the administration on the issue of major trust fund programs.
Greetings, friends. I have breaking news to share with you this evening. The Federal Reserve is now looking into taking different measures to address inflation. Top leaders are expecting to see a recession start later than predicted. But this could mean a disaster for future monthly benefits and Social Security recipients. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for all of the latest news. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. According to economists, the Federal Reserve may not need to raise interest rates further to fight inflation, as the fallout from last month's turmoil in the banking sector and a series of recent labor data point to a slowing in the United States economy. The Friday's closely followed Labor Department employment report showed that U.S. employers maintained a strong pace of hiring last month. It was also marked by slow wage gains and job growth that was below the 3, 6, and 12-month averages. That data, together with the labor market numbers that was released last week, and expectations of tighter credit conditions, paint a picture of a slowing economy. The Federal Reserve over the past year has embarked on one of its most aggressive rate hiking cycles in decades to curb price pressures and has forecast borrowing costs, which will remain around current levels till the end of this year. The U.S. economy added 236,000 jobs in March, and the unemployment rate dipped from 3.6% to 3.5%. It was the weakest monthly jobs gain of the post-crisis period. And as a result, there continues to be mixed messages from experts about where the economy is heading. Ongoing increases in home prices, driven by continued low inventory, would continue to complicate home buying affordability. But given the importance of home prices to the financial well-being of households that already own their home, other aspects of the economy can expect to hold up. The jobs market has held up through a year of rapid interest rate increases, which risk throwing employees out of work as higher borrowing costs has squeezed millions of businesses. As higher borrowing costs have squeezed thousands of businesses. As the unemployment rate continues to hover near historic 50-year lows, inflation has come down from the 9.1% yearly pace seen last summer to 6.0% as of February. Inflation numbers for March are expected on Wednesday, and any negative changes could prompt the Fed to continue to be assertive in its effort to keep inflation from creeping back up once again. So many are wondering, how could this affect monthly benefits? Mary Johnson, the analyst at the Senior Citizens League, warns that a recession in 2023 could have severe consequences for your Social Security benefits. She said, the majority of funding for benefits comes from payroll taxes, but high unemployment during an economic downturn could cause a significant worsening in the finances of the Social Security Trust Fund. In addition, an abrupt turn to deflation could mean that there may be no COLA payable in 2024. So dear friends, what are your thoughts on this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. The Congressional Budget Office recently released a report that shows that the federal budget deficit reached $1.1 trillion in the first 6 months of fiscal 2023. This number is $430 billion higher than the shortfall recorded during the same period last year, as spending rose 13% from the previous 6-month window and revenues fell by 3%. The recent numbers showed that government spending also jumped over the 6-month stretch when compared to the previous year, as outlays rose by 13%, or $357 billion. Overall, the Congressional Budget Office says that the total outlays hit $3.1 trillion between October 2022 and March 2023. The spike coincides with an estimated increase of 11%, or $132 billion, on net for the government's largest mandatory spending programs, including Medicare and Social Security. The Congressional Budget Office also estimated a 10% increase in spending for Social Security benefits, amounting to $61 billion. The office credited the rise to increases both in numbers of beneficiaries and in the average benefit payment, which rose primarily because of the cost of living adjustments. Outlays for Medicare also rose by an estimated 14% during the same period, or $49 billion, amid changes in payment rates and in the types of quantity. The office also said Medicaid outlays climbed by 8%, or $22 billion, due to enrollment increases attributed to crisis-era policy changes. Well, my beautiful and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Monday. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community and for being here every single day. If you would like to enter this coming Friday's Walmart gift card giveaway, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My dearest friends, the more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.